中島さんは今何をおっしゃいと言いますか。あなた遅いです。
The next film is Hercules with The Rock Johnson. This is not a movie about Hercules the myth. It's a movie about how the myth was started by a gang of mercenaries led by Hercules, and that his relative was actually writing the story, making it up, sending the story ahead in order to confuse and scare their enemies that Hercules was coming, that he was somehow connected with the gods, which he wasn't, and they knew he wasn't. He's just had this band of criminals that were just acting as mercenaries, working for gold, and creating this legend as they went. This is it's not like a great movie to watch, but it's a really nice period piece to watch if you're into the costumes and the scenery and the development of the story. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Johnson does a superb job. The actors do. I was particularly very happy to see Ian McShane in this film. He is one of my all-time favorite British actors. I remember watching his 1960s movies religiously when I was a kid because they were so well done. Ian McShane plays the religious man who travels with Hercules' group, predicting the future and how it's going to turn out and everything. What the story is about is Hercules was a general at one time in the Thrace or Greece. Well, not really Greece at that time. There wasn't really a really big country, Greece. It was just divided up into states. But the general that he was co-general with was jealous and ambitious and decided to drug Hercules and kill his family with 3 vicious wolves, his wife, his children. But when Hercules came to, he found the blood on himself. He thought he had done it. And he keeps having this nightmare about this 3-headed wolf that he has to fight. And he keeps seeing the death of his children, which he was blamed for, and he went off and he left, become a mercenary at that point. He just picked up his band of followers as he went. There's one guy there who's completely insane. He's from war. He's just battle scarred all over his face. Just fights all the time. They have to chain him down at night to keep him from killing anybody or hurting himself, because he sleepwalks. And there's this woman with him, and she's a good fighter, and his relative who records everything, the druid type of guy who does the spiritual thing, and another fighter who's really money hungry and full of gold. He leaves at the end of the movie. I knew he was going to come back and save the day, which he did. I think that's why he left. The story was predictable, but it's okay. It's not a bad film to watch. If you like, just go see an adventure. Hercules is your movie. I like the fact that he goes and works for this king to protect Thrace and the other kingdoms from this marauding horde of armies. And it turns out that this king was actually using Hercules and his band to defeat these other armies, which were actually the good guys. And Hercules captured this leader of the good guys. He didn't know they were the good guys. He brings them into to this evil king who he thought was the good guy. And then when they figure out what's going on, because Hercules talks to this leader of the supposed bad guys, and he's convinced that this leader is on the up and up. And he finds out that, yeah, the king admits that, yeah, I used you. And then he jails Hercules and the rest of them. They bring in this evil general that betrayed Hercules, killed his wife. They brought him in. He had the 3 wolves. Hercules then saw the three wolves that are about to tear him apart were actually the ones that killed his kids and his wife. And Hercules said, look, you didn't have to do that. I wasn't ambitious. I didn't want the throne. And the other general said, well, I had to get rid of you. And he used these three wolves. And then this is the three-headed wolf or dog dream that Hercules kept having, was these three wolves. So Hercules used his anger and all his strength, and he just busted out of his prison chains, and with the help of the intervention of the guy who left, and the freeing of his trio, or not his trio, but his band of merry men, they took on the king. They were trapped in a temple. The king brought in his army. He started attacking Hercules and his men. It looked like it was all over for them. But Hercules put his hands on the pillars that were holding up this huge goddess-type statue, and he just pushed them over. It fell down on the head of this statue, hit the evil king, killed him, thus ending the conflict, because you don't want to work for free, you know. And Hercules, I guess, took over the kingdom. But yeah, it was well put together, this movie. The storyline works, and if you're into that kind of thing, go see the film. You won't be disappointed.